Hi guys, TSM here. Welcome back to the channel. So here we go. This is the strategy guide target teardown. This is the VXP target. Okay, then for the tier 12.5 Assault hull, it is the SOVERIGN hull. Okay, then this is a Legion target. Okay, it's penetrative and corrosive damage. I've basically labelled as a key there. You can read it yourselves basically. But yeah, you have pen as in penetrative. Okay, then damage coming into your ships with king killer. Pen also with splash, okay, and then corrosive with splash. Bear in mind all the corrosive stuff obviously is dumbfire in general, okay then, or if it's pen with splash, I find it dubious about pen with splash, to be honest, because I don't think like the big ship in the center actually does a huge amount of king killer, but it does do a huge amount of splash. It says it does king killer, but I don't trust that, to be honest. So I'm just saying it does splash. These ones here as well do not, because they're UAVs. Okay, there's another UAV up here, so they have king killer. Okay, and there is a missile down here which obviously has a huge range, because there's one up here. Okay, but it can get inside its firing range. Okay, but that doesn't seem to have king killer. So what's nice about this target, okay, and what I like is the fact that everything is red, okay, then outranges you. Everything that's white and highlighted, you can either outrange it, or you can get inside its firing range, or you can go around it, okay? And so everything that's white marked, okay, and I've tried to highlight everything, or at least one example of each, okay? You can get around it by getting inside its firing range, go in the back of the item, or kiting it and actually outranging it. Everything that's red, okay, and your missiles, okay, then will actually be under the range of the target turret. However, it's not all the end of the world, because a couple of the items there, you can either charge in front of them and get into the gaps, okay, or actually you can use countermeasures to take down the incoming damage, okay, and particularly the UAVs. Right, what do we have then? Let's have a little look. Let's scroll down through the bottom, basically. So we've got the Legion Warden here in the middle, okay, and the Warden itself then is basically penetrative damage, okay, then it does say that it's supposed to be very high. It's got a huge amount of splash, okay, and it says it's king killer. I don't trust that, but it's definitely got lots of splash, okay. You'll see that in the target in a moment. After that then, we've got the Legion Prison Guards. These things here automatically trigger as soon as you get close to them, and they chase you down. They've got a horrendous amount of reload for corrosive, okay, and they also have quite a large amount of splash. The good thing is they die quite quickly. After that then, we've got the Hyena missiles. Like I said, the best one to show you is probably the one at the top here. Okay, the Hyena missiles themselves then, yes, again, they're penetrative. Okay, then their range is high. Okay, and you can't really countermeasure them too much, so don't even bother trying it. Basically try to charge in, get inside the inner ring if best you can. Okay, but there is no king killer on that one there. After that then, we've got the the skier scattergun, which is this one up here. Basically, is there one that I can show you the range? Let me have a little look. Yes, there's one. Is that? No, I think that's the UAV, to be honest. Can I see one that's showing you the range? If not, I'll show you in the target live. But basically, there's one up here, okay, and basically you've got to try and kite it and run past it as fast as you can, and hopefully the dumbfire corrosive damage will drop behind you. But it is a huge splash. Hence the reason I'm thinking about going 3 corrosive armor and 1 pen when I actually see the real targets in the raid. But anyway, that's the scattergun. Okay, can't countermeasure. Obviously, it's area effect damage. After that, then we have the spotter scattergun, and this is the one here with the arc. Okay, then this one here, then yes, it has a huge amount of damage. Okay, and a huge amount of splash. But like I said, you can go around the back and take it out, so it's not too much of a problem. Then we move on to the UAVs. Okay, then. We do have a frustrating UAV, to be honest, and that's this one up here, which is the Lucy UAV. Okay, and the good thing about it is that yeah, if you put on enough sprints, okay, as you saw in the build, it's approximately 8, okay, then sprints, then you can knock down all the UAVs, so you can get in there and kill it off and not have any problems. But if you don't manage to get enough countermeasures on, then obviously it has got king killer, and all the UAVs land and they do an awful lot of damage. I think last but not least then, we then had the rock slide UAV, and this is the one down here. You can see it's got the white ring, okay, and this one here you can kite, and you can actually just slightly outrange it. You can't knock down these UAVs, but you can just outrange them. We'll give that a go when we go live the target. So I believe that's about everything. Okay, so take a look at it. Basically everything in green, okay, then as you see there is all corrosive, okay, and white border means it's got splash, okay. Everything that's in the circles with the crosses that's got red, okay, around the outside and a cross in the middle, which means it's got king killer and it's penetrative. And then everything that's obviously, yet again, circle with the yellow surround and the yellow cross then is penetrative but with splash. Okay, so we're back in dock. Let's take a look at the new Sovereign build then. I have 4 ships done, well, roughly done anyway at U1. So here's the first one. This is the countermeasure. As you can see then, Pretorius system is the countermeasure of choice because obviously it does countermeasure range of 75% and reload of 30%. There are other options, but I think this is the best one because it gives you a pen reload of 40% on top of that as well. So countermeasure range 75, countermeasure reload 30, and penetrative reload of 40%, which is really, really helpful. The rest of the specials I've kept on then, and you'll notice I've gone actually for pen battery 3, and I've not actually gone for the new special, okay, on the countermeasure holes, simply because I don't think that the new special is actually better. Whilst it's got more pen damage, okay, it doesn't have the building damage. And as I've said, this target has definitely got far more buildings than it has ships. So you want more building damage than you do ship damage. Okay, so that's basically it. 4 sprints basically on 2 ships, even armor. Yes, I've got an older engine, but that's because I really couldn't be bothered to go and collect the new engine. And the only difference is if you look at the corrosive survival and the penetrative survival, and then you go across and look at the new limited engine, which is down here, it's 55,000 as opposed to what I've got currently, which is 47,000. But when we start looking at the upgrades, it just goes up so much that actually it becomes irrelevant. So I really couldn't be bothered to collect the engines. If you've got them, fit them. If you haven't got them, you don't need them. And these are on some other older holes that you can recycle if you want to. All the other specials I recommend because they are the best at the moment. So that's it for the countermeasure holes. There are 2 of those. They're identical. 8 sprints seem to work very well. I did test MDS3s. They do not fire. Okay, they do not stop any of the incoming whatsoever, be that UAV or be that missile. So don't use them. Okay, let's look at the full damage ship then. Okay, here it is then. Pretty straightforward. Here's the full damage ship then. Okay, this obviously has got the heavy missile on it as well. Okay, and all the new specials. Okay, then are completely. So here's the full damage ship then. All the new specials as you'd expect. Obviously, I've already mentioned about the engine. I've gone again for the older engine just because I can't be bothered to collect the new one because there's hardly any difference. The heavy missile is on it as well. Okay, and this basically gets me a super duper building damage of 413%, but I also get a penetrative damage, okay, of a crazy amount of 3,718%. My combat speed is even on both ships. Okay, then. I'm at 94 and 163 turns, so we're fine there. My defensive stats are even as it stands at the moment. Built-in evade, okay then, bear in mind I don't really have a great deal of evade. There's a 30% there, okay, but that's all I've got, okay. Oh no, sorry, there's 15% on that, on the engine, also on the new engine as well, okay, so the rest of it is built into the hull. As it stands at the moment, I've got equal armors. I may actually end up, depends on how the real targets come out, I may actually end up going 3 corrosive and 1 pen, okay, based off what we get to see in the targets in the real raid, okay, but that'll be a decision I'll make later, but for now it's 2 and 2. Okay, so here we are out in the water. The target for ranking up your sovereigns obviously is the level 50, okay then, so we'll go in and take a little look at it. Okay, so here we are on the target then. The start point's always the same, by the way, for this one. It's always in the bottom right-hand corner. Let me just group up the ships and we'll make a start. So first and foremost then, let's take a look at the UAV. Here it is here, look, here's the ring, okay, and I'll zoom in. Okay, you can see the range, okay, and you'll notice if I'm if I'm fairly close, then I shouldn't have any problems on basically taking this one out. There we go. I'm in range now. So there we go. That's the UAV. We're done. Okay, and that's pretty straightforward. Next, then we've got to look at. Okay, then is the directional one. We may end up triggering this ship in a moment, but if we do, we'll deal with that as required. But this turret up here basically is a directional turret. It's fixed, it is dumbfire, but if you want to do VXP, then you can actually take out this turret here and then just use this for ranking. If you slide around the outside, you shouldn't get any damage whatsoever. Keep an eye on this one here. Okay, it's dumbfire and it will do a lot of damage, but you should be able to get into do this turret here. If we highlight this one here, that'll give us our range indicator. And there we go, look. Bear in mind, to rank, you will need to have the penetrative range increase of 30%, so that you stay outside the range of this arc here. Okay, so that's that one there. The next one I think I want to show you basically is how to deal with these ones here. It's not ideal, okay, but what you basically got to do is run in and kite. Now, as we know about these sovereigns, they have if you sit still for 3 seconds, they sort of like have a speed up boost. And the idea is to sit there for 3 seconds, and then, for me anyway, is basically charge in and take out that turret as fast as you can, and hopefully the dumbfire behind won't cause you too much damage. There we go. So charge through, charge back out again. That's that one. This one here is not so much fun. Don't worry about the UAV. Like I said, I've got 8 sprints on, okay, and they will all be shot down. So I'm going to try and get inside this range here, basically. So I'm going to set myself up for this turret, and the idea is to get as close as I can, as quick as I can. You do have to wait those few seconds, but we'll try and get in. Bear in mind, you can't countermeasure these, so just get in as quick as we can. And there we go. But notice I just shot down all the UAVs, okay. There they go, they're all gone. So that's that one. Here's another one that's got the dumbfire range. Okay then, we won't go into that one yet. This one here we can kite, but we can't actually shoot it down. But I can't get into it yet because it's obviously, look, the furthest part of the range is inside the arc of the defending hull here. Okay, so there you go. I'm right around the outside of that. That's not too bad, is it? I'm not sure if I can get in and take it out, or whether I'll be too far out. I'll give it a go. We're pausing. Let's try it. Yeah, we just got it. And this is my point. Look, I'm getting a little bit of corrosive damage here. Not a huge amount, but a bit of corrosive damage. So we just might consider changing our armors, like I said. We'll try and launch one of these ships next and see if we can get it to come and chase us. Basically, as soon as it comes towards you, you basically want to be static for as long as you dare. Here it comes, look. Okay, and then basically when it gets fairly close, start running now. And there you go. Oh, no, not quite. You can outrun them. They're not too bad. And we'll turn it around. I should have got one more shot in, but we'll give it a go. And there you are. But see what I mean about the damage? You can't evade anything that's incoming from that ship. I've tried many things, so you just got to try and kill them as fast as you can. Bear in mind, we can't shoot down these UAV, but we can outrange it. That's a directional one, and this one here, we want to try and get inside of its firing arc. Okay, and with that in mind, then we're going to try and zoom in and get into here now. So if I measure that one off, okay, what we're going to do is take a look at this one here and look at the arcs. Okay, so we're going to try and come in and get into this zone here. And just pause. That one's there. Okay, we're going to go across then. We've taken out that UAV already. We're just going to sit and wait for a second and get back out again and then take that ship out when it comes towards us. That's better. We've got it. Okay, so we want to try and get the UAV if we can. So we're going to try and go into this zone here. So this is not a route of how to do the target. This is just a way to take down turrets, basically. I believe this ship here, which is the defense ship, I think it'll only be in the top level target in the first raid. Not 100% sure, but I believe that's the case. Right, okay, we can actually go around, look. Got to be careful of that scattergun on there. This thing, see, it moves around and faces you, which is fine. So what we want to do is try and get into here if we can, and take out this one here. Now, not worry about the UAV again, because obviously it can't damage me because I'm close enough in as well. I'm in between the two ranges of this ship here. I'm going to try and take the gate down in a moment to let our ships get out, because that's obviously what we also have to do. Oh, I forgot that scattergun one. Let's kite the scattergun one. Drive past it. We'll be okay for the UAV because we can take all those down. That's done. Now we can take the gate out. Let our ships out. Now here's the interesting point. We've got to try and get now inside the range of this defense hull. So we're going to sit there, wait, and then I sort of aim around this sort of direction. So you're getting inside the firing arc, because it's all splash damage, remember. Oh, too close again. Okay, I can outrange that one there, but I'm inside that one there. So let's... we can do that one. And then take that one out. One turret to go and we're finished. Not a perfect run by any sort of stretch of imagination, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to show you how the turret ranges work, etc. I'm too close now and I should have gone for a zoom, but basically that's it. The target's dead. I've got a bit of damage, but I would say it just gives you an idea. Okay, see my point about corrosive damage? Yes, you can get it better, but I got a funny feeling we're definitely going to go for 3 corrosive and 1 penetrative on the armors. But we'll wait till we get to see the targets, and I'll probably be at U3 hopefully by the raid time. So hopefully that helped. Okay then, like I said, you know, sprints are the way ahead. MDS3 do not work. Okay then, or everything in the target you see that's got a white aura, you can either get around the back of it, outrange it, or you can get inside its firing arc. Everything that's red, okay, outranges you, okay, but you can either, if it's that UAV, okay, you can knock it down if you've got the right number of sprints. Everything else you want to try and kite at best effort. Okay, so that's it. TSM out.